Hi, my name is Emmanuel from Wajitech Stone-Coated Roofing Company. We have partnered with Docherich Nigeria Limited to give you the best and quality roofing services. So today, once again, this is another video with regards to roofing and all things that has to do with covering your house, be it stone-coated and all of that. And if you benefit from this video at the end of the video, if you've been benefiting from my other videos, I urge you to please subscribe. And you're subscribing because when next I post another video, you will get notified and you get more knowledge and you learn, and that helps you, avoid falling victim to the hands of these bad actors, engineers and all of that. So subscribe to this video if you learned something from it. I have other videos I've posted in the time as well. Click the like video, that helps you to promote the video so other people could be enlightened too. Don't forget to like and subscribe if you benefit from this video. So let's get straight to the point. Today we're going to be talking about GERARD Roofing in Nigeria, and we're going to be focusing on quotation, roofing quotation, and the accessories explained. So when you want to roof your building, the first thing you're usually given is the quotation. What is the quotation? The quotation is just simply the list of the materials that your building requires for the job to be done. Now most people, when they want to roof their building, they are usually centered on the roof tiles alone, you understand, but they forget that there are other accessories involved, and if you're not careful, you could be played from those other angles. Okay, there is a standard price of roofing which you can contact me from the numbers on your screen and I'll send to your WhatsApp. So don't be deceived when someone tends to give you a cheaper price. They can always inflate it on the other accessories, and that is what I'm here to explain, each of these accessories. So when your carpenter, when your installer, or even my own installer takes the measurement on your roof, you can know how they got so amount of measurement. I'll be explaining each and every single accessory, at least the basic one that is required in almost every roofing. So when your quotation is given to you, you can also understand. You don't have to just go ahead and pay and then, no, you have to be very careful because there are lots of things that are going on in the construction field, and my dad personally has fallen victim to lots of these people. So I've taken it upon myself that not only do I want to sell, not only do I want to advertise my company and everything, I also want to make sure that you also not fall victim into the hands of these bad actors. That even if you do not buy from me, at least you have an idea of what you're going into. You know how to calculate this. You have a basic idea. You don't have to be the technician. You don't have to go on the roof. But when this is presented to you, this is what we need for so amount of project. You go through it and then you're like, okay, fine, this is quite feasible. So that is why I'm here. Let's not take much of your time. So we jump into it. Like I said, the quotation is the list of materials that will get your project done. Sometimes it includes transportation down to your site, sometimes it includes installation depending on who is installing. So we'll go straight to the point. The first thing that is usually on your quotation is the roof tiles itself. Now that is the first thing that's usually on your quotation, the roof materials. Now this comes in different designs, as you've seen in my previous videos. There's the bond, the classic, the Roman, the shingle, the Milano, and other likes of them. Okay, so two pieces of this material make a square meter, like I have said, and your house has to be measured by your carpenter or the installer, whichever one you want. They take the amount of square meter. Square meter is just the total area of the roof. So if they say your building requires 500 square meters, so that means that you need 1,000 pieces of whichever design you choose. Two pieces make 1 square meter. So that is usually the first thing, and then you can bargain your price or everything, but that is usually the first thing on your quotation. Is also the one with the highest cost. It's the most expensive compared to that of the other accessories, and you're all already familiar with that because when you call, that's the first thing you want to bargain on. People don't usually talk about the accessories and all of that. So for the first thing on your quotation is the roof. Either it's the bond, the classic, whatever, after you've made your choice. So now let's jump over to the second thing. So the second thing on your quotation is usually the ridges. So this depends on how whoever is taking your quotation wants to list it all out, but usually the ridges is the second thing on the, you understand. Now what is this ridges? I'll be doing a video. The next clip you're going to be seeing is me explaining what these ridges are. Take a look at this. Okay, so let's talk about the ridges. Okay, so when you see the ridges in your quotation, I'm going to be using this building as an illustration now. So let's take a zoom in. Now I want you to look at this building, and if you watch this point, this line, you can see this line, right? You can see this line, You can see this line. Now each and every of these linear lines is what is called the ridge. So when somebody says your ridge is 50 meters, it means the measurement of this plus the measurement of this plus the measurement of this and plus the measurement of this. The total amount is what gives you the ridge. Let us use another building as an illustration. Let's see. Okay, now look at this building. Let's see. You can see this building. Now you can easily point out the ridge from this. Okay, this is a ridge. Okay, now this line is another ridge. Okay, now look at this place. This is another ridge. Okay, and the top, the straight line here, is another ridge. So by the time you add the total length of this plus this plus this plus this, it gives you the total length of your ridge. One more picture so you can truly understand the concept of this ridge. Let's use something. Now look at this. Okay, so you can see, let's drag this down a bit. Now look at this line straight down here, and this one too. I want you to look at this straight down here. So these are what ridges mean. So when somebody says your ridge is so and so amount in length, this is what it simply means. Now with this, you can even have an idea of how long your ridge should be, so people don't overinflate and lead you wrongly. Okay, now we are back. All right, so the next thing we're going to be talking about is the valley gutter. Once again, the next video will tell you what this valley gutter is, how the measurement is being taken, how you could estimate what amount is needed for your roofing, blah blah blah, and all of that. Take a look at this video. So we're going to talk about the valley gutter. Okay, and let us see if we could use the same buildings that we used to explain the ridge. Okay, let's see. Okay, this was the first building I guess we used. So the valley gutter now could be defined as the point of depression. Okay, now when you look at this building, can you see a depression? Let me zoom in for you. Now I want you to look at this depression. You can see this place that looks like a depression. Okay, not this is the ridge. Look at this depression. Okay, have you seen this depression? Now let's look at another picture. Good. I want you to look at this depression over here. Zoom in. Let's zoom in again, because I really want you to have a good idea about this. Good. Now I want you to look at this depression. You see this depression, right? No, this is ridge. Now this depression is what is called the gutter or valley gutter. Okay, now the valley gutter is an accessory that stays underneath this place. Okay, you don't see it. Okay, it is under. So when somebody says your valley gutter is 20 meters in length, it means he has added the length of every single depression on your roof. Depending on how designed your roof is, that is how you get the length of your valley gutter. So you don't even need to get on your roof. You can just have an idea, and then when he takes the measurement, you know if he overinflated or not. Okay, let's use another picture to see if we can reference this. So you see, notice from this roof there is no depression, just ridges. You can see there's no depression. Some buildings would not have depressions. Now look at this. This is just a normal roof, no depression, just ridges. Let's see if we can get something else with a depression. Okay, now look at this. This has a depression, but this is not that obvious enough. But let me just use this to still point out what I mean. Okay, now I want you to look at this place. You see, this place is a depression. Okay, the face of this roof comes here, there's a depression here, so that's valley gutter. But I want to use another picture to explain this well. Good. Now this is a very good picture for explaining the valley gutter depression, just like a gutter. Okay, now look at this. Let me zoom in one more. Apologies. Zoom in one more. Good. Okay, see, notice this depression. So here's another depression. This is ridge, this is ridge, but this is a depression. So this is valley gutter. So if this is 10 meters and there's another depression maybe on the other side of the building, the total length of all depression is what gives you the valley gutter. Okay, so if your valley gutter is 20 meters, that means the total length of each depression on the building is 20 meters. That means you will be having 10 pieces of the valley gutter, because one piece is 2 meters. All right, so that's that for valley gutter. We'll move over to the next one. Okay, so that's for the valley gutter. So the next thing we are going to be talking about is the treated nails. Obviously you need nails to nail down this thing to your woodwork, or you need screws to screw it into your steel truss or steel framework. Okay, so usually some installers use 4, 5, 6, it falls within a range of 4 to 6 pieces of nail per roof tile, and you can easily estimate if your house, once again 500 square meters, that's about 1,000 pieces of roof tiles. So what that means is, if you use 5 pieces of nail for one tile, you multiply it by 1,000 pieces, so that you're going to be requiring about 5,000 pieces of nail, and there is an estimate of 1,000 pieces of nail in a box, okay, which is 5 kg. So that means for 500 square meter you'll be needing 5 boxes. Okay, so the next thing we're going to be talking about is the sealant. Some people call it the repair kit, some people call it the chips, some different names. Okay, but what you need to know is that it comes in pairs. Okay, there's a chip and there's the gum or the sealant itself. Okay, so the function of this will tell you in the next clip. So this are the sealant boxes. So in these boxes you're going to be seeing the chip and the sand, like I said, and this is what it looks like. This is the box. Sometimes it comes in a carton like this, and sometimes it just comes plain, but what you should have is the sand. This is the sand. This is what it looks like. Okay, now this sand could come in different colors, okay, depending on the color of your roof tile, and this is what's called the sealant itself. They always come in pairs, so be careful. One shouldn't tell you that this is the price of this is not. It always comes in pairs, the sealants and the chips or kits or whatever. There are different names for it, but just know when you hear kit, sealant, chips and sand, that's what it means. Alright, thank you so much for watching this video. Once again, I hope you learned something from this video. I hope you benefited. Again and again, I keep saying it, this video is not just for you to be made aware that I sell these things or I deal on these things. I want to give you quality, but also so you can also know what this is about, because a lot of people do not have idea about this stone coated roofing and everything, and that's how most of you you get overcharged and everything. So it will please me more if you've learned something from this video. That is probably the main goal. Every other thing is secondary. So like I said, whether you purchase from me or not, just make sure you have a full idea of what you're going into. Okay, so once again, thank you for staying up to the end of this video. Like this video if you benefited from it, subscribe so when next I put up another video you're going to get notified, and it's just easy. No knowledge is a waste. Once in a while we're going to digress a little and post videos about construction related items, but this will be mainly focused on roofing. That way we are not a jack of all trades, master of none. So once again, beloved, I really appreciate for you watching this video. My name is Emmanuel, the #1 roofer and dealer with Wagitech Roofing System, company that's partnered with Docherich Nigeria Limited to give you the best when it comes to roofing. So Docherich Nigeria Limited, better roof, better prices, better call the numbers on your screen. Thank you once again, and don't forget to like and subscribe. Peace. Bye.